Hi, welcome to the Shed. This is the second episode in our finger drumming series. In this episode, we're going to learn how to play a simple groove. I'll be using the IK Multimedia iRig pads interface, but you can use whatever you want. Just make sure in your left hand you have something labeled kick or bass with your middle finger, snare with your index finger, and in your right hand you need a hi-hat with your index finger. Okay, so here's my loop. It has a metronome, it has bass, and it has some strings. I want you to put your middle finger on the bass and your index finger on the snare, and you're going to play along with the bass on 1 and 3 and snare on 2 and 4. Remember, we're burying the click here. You shouldn't need that metronome. You want to be right on beat. Okay, now take your index finger, move it over the hi-hat, and you're going to play in between the bass and the snare. Keep it up. Feel the subdivision in your hands. The subdivision is in the string part. Back to just the bass and the snare. All right. So bass is on 1 and 3, snare is on 2 and 4. And this is super standard. When the snare is on 2 and 4, we call it the backbeat. You're going to play your hi-hat when you play the bass drum and when you play the snare drum. So it's going to be right on beat with the bass and the snare. So get ready, because they're playing at the same time. 2, 3, 4. There we go. Bass, snare, bass, snare. Always feel that subdivision so you have really good time. Let's double up the hi-hat now. Keep it up. One, 2, 3, 4, and we're out. All right, if you had any trouble with that, what I like to do is break it down. So what happened on beat 1, bass and hat. And of 1, hat. 2, snare and hat. And a 2, hat. 3, bass hat, hat, snare hat, hat, bass hat, hat, snare hat, hat, bass hat, hat, snare hat, hat. Keep it up. Think about each instrument separately and also think about them together. Be able to play this at multiple tempos, multiple speeds. Practice playing this with songs. You don't have to play the exact beat as the song, but at least you're playing a beat with the song, keeping a nice steady tempo. All right. Looking forward to seeing you later, and have a great one.